Now I love to discuss more than to argue, because in arguments, it's always about who is right. But in discussions, it's always about what is right. Now let's discuss. There are 2 days in your life that matter more than any others. The day you were born and the day you discover why. Most people celebrate the first. Very few ever experience the second. Because discovering why you are here requires something many avoid. Silence, reflection, and truth. The day you were born, you were given life, but not direction. You arrived with potential, but not clarity. No one handed you a manual. No one explained your purpose. Instead, you were introduced to a system, family expectations, school structures, societal definitions of success, and slowly, you were taught what to do before you ever discovered why to do it. Our ancestors understood something different. Birth is not completion. It is assignment. As you grow, the world begins to shape you. It tells you what success looks like, what is realistic, what is safe. And without noticing, you begin to live a life designed by others. You chase goals that don't fulfill you. You follow paths that don't align with you. Not because you're lost, but because you were never taught to question. The system rewards obedience, not awareness. But deep within you, there is always a quiet knowing. A voice that says, this is not all there is. For some people, the awakening begins with discomfort, failure, confusion, restlessness, moments where life stops making sense. These are not accidents. They are interruptions. Because purpose is rarely discovered in comfort. It is revealed in questioning. When you start asking, why do I feel unfulfilled? Why does this path feel wrong? Why am I here? That is the beginning of your second life. Your why is not something you find in noise. It is something you uncover in stillness. It lives in what you are naturally drawn to. What frustrates you about the world. What you would do even if no one applauded you. Your purpose is not always glamorous. Sometimes it is service. Sometimes it is creation. Other times it is the impact in ways you cannot measure. Our ancestors lived with alignment. They did not chase purpose. They lived it through responsibility. Your why reveals itself when your actions align with your truth. Most people never discover their why because they are too distracted, too busy surviving, too focused on approval, too afraid to be different. Discovering your purpose requires letting go of expectations, facing uncertainty, standing alone at times, And many people choose comfort over truth. But the cost of that choice is a life that feels incomplete. Once you discover your why, life changes. Not because it becomes easier, but because it becomes clearer. You stop chasing everything. You start focusing on what matters. You move with intention. You build with purpose. You no longer live by default. You live by design. You have already experienced the first important day of your life. That's the day you were born. The perfect question will be, will you experience the second? The day you discover why. Because until you do, you are existing. But when you do, you begin to truly live.